All right, so today we're going to be talking about how to hop into road racing if you're an oval racer, and this is going to be geared more towards beginners or people that are not familiar with road racing, like myself. I'm going to show you some tips that I use that are making myself a little bit better from where I started. But let's just roll the intro. All right, guys, so what is up? This is a practice session. This is the Formula V car. This is a great car to learn how to drive a road course. This is a rookie practice right now, and we'll see our timings, how good we do, how bad we do. But I'm going to show you, and again, I'm going to go against a lot of things that probably people have said or tell you to do, and what works for me, because I'm not a road racer. I can't comprehend a lot of this stuff. I am just a beginner. I really don't have experience with this stuff. So if you're like me and you want to learn how to survive, all right, because we're going to first learn how to survive, and then you try to work on your time to get it a little bit better. So my first survival is, and this is what a lot of people tell you not to do, is turn on a driving line. Yes, do not drive with a driving line on, but if you're going to learn a road course and you have no idea what you're doing, turn the driving line on. Now, you're not going to want to worry about the actual line that it's telling you to drive. What I'm looking for in a driving line, and we'll go over it as I start driving, is where can I push it? Where do I need to settle back? Because without experience, I don't know parts of the track that I can run full throttle. So I'm guessing at that point. I don't know where I can push it, where I need to hold back. You'll kind of get an idea of some braking spots. So you'll learn your braking markers, and you'll be able to hone in a little bit better on the track that you have no idea what you're doing. So for me, I always start with the driving line on. And we're also going to talk, I have a Quest 2. I'm running this in VR, so it gives me a better view and perception of turns and corners. But I also got a new pedal set recently, which is a load cell pedal set, which for me was the biggest deal to help me actually jump into road racing, because you get that pressure of the pedal and you don't lock your tires up as easily, and you're not playing a guessing game on where your braking points and how hard to push your car for braking. All right, so let's pull out, let's start driving. And again, this is not for advanced drivers who know what they're doing. I'm talking to beginning drivers in road racing, guys who are used to oval, who want to hop into this. This is not my comfort zone. I am just learning how to do this, and I'm just going to show you how I learned. And I've done a lot of improving, since I started thinking about it the way I think about these courses now and how to drive the actual car. So right now we're going to do a lap. Right now I'm just kind of looking where I can push the car, where I need to slow the car down. You don't want to come into turns too fast, because then you spin out. You want to kind of drive it more safely than aggressively. Once you learn the course and you can drive it comfortably, that's when you can start pushing your car and seeing where you can, make up some time. But right now, that's not what we're doing. For me, to hop into road courses was more about survival. When I first started, it was tough for me to even complete a lap. Like, I couldn't even get around a lap without actually wrecking the car. But until I started, focusing on the little things, it definitely helped me out a lot. So, we just did a lap. I'm trying to pay attention to my line, to my braking points. I'm trying to just memorize the track a little bit, because then we're gonna shut the driving line off. But we want to see, where we need to brake, how hard we need to brake. Like, that wasn't a great turn there, right? And a lot of it's also because when you have your driving line on, and this is why a lot of people tell you not to use it, you're not really driving the course. You're kind of driving the line, so you're not really looking. You're not looking ahead. You're not looking at the actual road course. You're not really racing. You're kind of just watching a line. But
the leader has just done a 119.4.
Driving next side by side in a road course is a whole nother thing as well. So that's why practicing is good. So once we're looking at our markers, you know what I mean? So we got the line, right? We're looking at where can I full throttle? Where do I need to slow down? Where can I really push the car? You know what I mean? Here, it's all green, right? So you can you can drive that car hard. You know you're gonna have to brake hard in here. You're gonna want to turn inside, come to the outside, and then, you know, it's a straightaway. We can full throttle it. So now we kind of know, you know, where's the line, where we can drive hard and where we can't. So now we're gonna pull over. We're gonna park it right now, and then we're gonna come out. We're gonna come out fresh. We're gonna shut the driving line off. We're gonna see where we're running. We're gonna see our time. We weren't really trying to drive a good time there. We were just kind of driving the track, driving the line. But here we're now gonna drive the actual course from what we learned. And
The leader has just done a 119.
you know, you might need to drive, you know, 10, 15, 20 minutes with that line on until you're comfortable knowing where your marks are, where you can push it. But once you get that, don't hop into a race. Don't leave a driving line on for a race.
Just done a 118.2.
You now want to turn that driving line off. And this is how you really want to learn the course, because now we're actually going to be driving the road now. We're not going to be driving the line. So we're going to be looking ahead. We're going to be looking at turns. We're going to mentally be looking at things on the side of us for our markers and our signals on where we should start braking. Again, for a beginner, it's still kind of a guessing game. You know, how hard to brake, where to brake. Don't overdrive it. My biggest thing was I always try to drive too fast looking for a better time. We're going to drive without the line now, and now we're going to actually drive the course. We're going to see where we're sitting with our time.
Exit's clear. Stay behind the white line.
But for me, more importantly than my time is consistency, is not driving off the actual course, not spinning out. You know, keeping control of your car is what's going to be important in road courses. You can always start working on your time and making time up and figuring things out, but you can't do that until you can get through the whole course consistently, lap after lap after lap. You know, not one lap and reckon on the next one. You want to be able to do 5, 10, 15, 20 laps consistently. Even if you're 20 seconds off the leader, you just want to be able to survive the track. That's what your first goal should be. Because for me, when I was doing road courses, I can never get through a lap without wrecking. I was always just trying to speed through things, get through fast. Now, again, I definitely think the load cell pedals help with racing tracks like this when you're consistently braking. Not that it's not doable on regular pedals without the load cell, but it's definitely helpful. I can race pretty consistently the same without the VR headset, but I can't say the same if I was to go back to my old pedals. You know, and then also with, you know, switching gears, where to drop a down gear, up gear, shift up, shift down. You know, sometimes it's trial and error. Sometimes you can watch videos and see, you know, what gear should you be in. You know, I can be driving totally wrong gears right now. And that's all things you can start looking at after you're comfortable with the course. And you're comfortable with the...
Guy ahead has just done a 123.5.
With your braking markers and things like that. And that's how you hone in and start driving, you know, better times. But right now, I'm looking for consistency. You know, if you don't know about trail braking, which is extremely important, that's something even when you're first starting out, you want to learn what trail braking is. A big thing for me was just learning how the car reacts when you brake. Just simply understanding that when you brake hard, all the weight of your car is going to your front tires.
That's your fastest lap. That lap was at 125.0.
Which is going to help you, you know, how the car should be handling. So now we're going to we'll try to push it a little bit harder now. All right, so we laid down at 125. We took it a little easy. We just wanted to, you know, run the lap and just get comfortable with the road. So now we're going to try to push it a little bit harder. We'll do another lap or so, and we'll see if how much we can improve here. We're going to try to push it a little more. We don't want to push it too hard where we can't control the car. You know, unless you're an experienced driver and you're comfortable driving road courses and you know exactly how your car is going to handle based on your braking and you know the exact braking points and all that, you want to still, you know, you still want to drive a little more consistently and a little more cautiously. So that's what we're gonna do right now. But we're gonna definitely try to, you know, we're gonna try to improve our time. And usually that's what I'm doing in practice is I'm trying to improve my time every lap, even if it's just like, you know, half a second, quarter of a second more. Just keep improving where you can improve. And you just keep working at it. So let's see how good we can actually drive when we're trying to push it a little bit more than we have been doing. Again, we don't want to overdrive it, because when you try for speed is when you start losing control of your car. So we want to always, you know, take it a little bit easier. We do have a car on our tail, so we do want to be careful that we don't wreck.
Right side, right clear.
So we come in there, see what we can pull right here, see if we can beat our 125. I feel like we should be able to have beaten it. Let's see what we pulled.
P17.
All right, so what was our time on that? I don't see a time there.
The guy behind has just done a 127.9.
Not sure why we're not seeing a time, but we're gonna keep going here. Looking for better than a 125. We still have a car on our tail. See if we can try to lose them without wrecking ourselves.
On your right.
All right,
Still there.
we'll give him that spot. Although he kind of messed with our
You got one right side.
with our
Right
time
clear.
there. But you know,
Car right.
race him a little bit here.
Still there.
See what we can do with our time.
He's still there.
There you go. So we pulled a 123. Now we're still, you know,
Hold your line.
way down in the line, but all right. So here we go. We're trying to beat a 123.
All clear.
Seeing if we can
You can push now.
pull a better time than that. Now let's see what we can do here. We'll drive a little more aggressive. We'll still, you know, take it a little cautiously. Now let's see what we can do. Brake early, you know, slow down to go fast. It's definitely a useful tip, knowing that, and you're consciously thinking. You don't always have to go super fast. Sometimes you need to slow down to drive faster and drive better and more consistently. So let's see if we can beat our 123 here. I'm driving a lot of this course in third gear. Now, you can probably drop down to second, I'm assuming, in some places that I haven't been. But again, that's for later on. That's for when you really want to start knocking time off and you're consistent and your driving is good.
B24.
All right, here we go. Let's see what we can do now.
All right, Eric. We need to watch these track limits.
See what we can do. If we pull another second or two off our time, I'm happy with that. Driving a little more aggressively, pushing the car a little more. You know, I'm definitely not going to be driving the car to its limit, nowhere near it. I'm driving it to the limit that I can handle the car at, and just trying to improve all my times. Looking ahead, knowing what's coming up. You know, what my next move's going to be. Now let's see the time that we're going to pull on this lap. Hoping that we pull the better than a 123.
Good lap. That's your quickest today.
So we pulled another 123, but we're gonna do one more. I like to see us hit a 122. So we're gonna drive a little more aggressively. Hopefully keep control of the car and not spin it out. Drop down to 2 in some places here. I'd really like to pull a 122 at least.
You've got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes to go.
All right, let's see. I feel like we're pushing a little harder on some of these turns. Getting back on the throttle a little faster. And we'll see if we can improve that time based on what we've been doing. And let's see what we come up with. We can come up with a good turn here. And hopefully we can pull it off. Let's see. Can we pull a 122? We did it. There we go.
That's your best lap in this session.
So just keep eating away at it 1 second at a time. If I did another lap, I'd be pushing some of these turns a little harder. I'd be braking a little later. I'd be getting on the throttle a little earlier. And, you know, eventually you know, if I'm at a 122, I can definitely work into the 120s by just working at it. Obviously, you know, when you see those lead times, don't worry about that. You don't need to be first here. You just want to be consistent. You want to be at least start getting into the middle of the pack. So right now we're at the bottom of the pack. So once I start pulling the 120s, we start hitting the middle of the pack. So these are just some beginner tips to help you out, especially if you're an oval racer and you want to hop into road racing. Some easy, simple tips to hop in. Don't be discouraged. Don't be intimidated. Just take it slow your car down. Worry about completing a lap without wrecking. Even if your time is, 30 seconds off the leader, that's fine. Just if you start off 30 seconds and then you knock it down to 20 seconds to 10 seconds, you just keep knocking down time. So that's the most important thing. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thumb it up, subscribe, click the notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one. Out of here. Peace.